Ewan Gordon McGregor OBE is a Scottish actor known internationally for his various film roles, including independent dramas, science fiction epics, and musicals.
McGregor's first professional role was in 1993, when he won a leading role in the British Channel 4 series Lipstick on Your Collar. Some of his best-known roles include heroin addict Mark Renton in the drama films Trainspotting and T2 Trainspotting, Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequel trilogy, Poet Christian in the musical film Moulin Rouge, young Edward Bloom in Big Fish, Rodney Copperbottom in Robots, Camerlengo Father Patrick McKenna in Angels and Demons, the Ghost in Roman Polanski's political thriller The Ghostwriter, Dr. Alfred Jones in the romantic comedy drama Salmon Fishing in the Yemen, Lumiere in the live-action adaptation of the musical romantic fantasy Beauty and the Beast, the adult version of the titular character in the fantasy comedy drama Christopher Robin, and the adult version of Dan Torrance in the horror film Dr. Sleep. He appeared as DC Comics villain Black Mask in the superhero film Birds of Prey.
In 2018, McGregor won a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Miniseries or Television Film for his performance as brothers in the third season of FX anthology series Fargo, and received Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor Musical or Comedy for both Moulin Rouge and Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. McGregor has also starred in theatre productions of Guys and Dolls and Othello. He was ranked number 36 on Empire magazine's The Top 100 Movie Stars of All Time list in 1997. In a 2004 poll for the BBC, McGregor was named the fourth most influential person in British culture.
McGregor has been involved in charity work and has served as an ambassador for UNICEF UK since 2004. In 2013, he was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire for services to drama and charity. In 2016, he received the BAFTA Britannia Humanitarian Award.
McGregor was born in Perth, Scotland, and raised in Crieff, Scotland. His mother, Carol Diane, is a retired teacher at Crieff High School and latterly deputy head teacher at Kings Park School in Dundee. His father, James Charles Stewart Jim McGregor, is a retired physical education teacher and careers master at Morrison's Academy in Crieff. He has an older brother, Colin, a former Tornado GR4 pilot in the Royal Air Force. His uncle is actor Dennis Lawson and his aunt by marriage was actress Sheila Jish, which makes him a step-cousin of Jish's actress daughters, Kay Curran and Lou Jish.
McGregor attended the independent Morrison's Academy in Crieff. After leaving school at the age of 16, he worked as a stagehand at Perth Theatre and studied a foundation course in drama at Kirkcaldy College of Technology, before moving to London to study drama at the Guildhall School of Music and Drama when he was 18 years old.
Six months prior to his graduation from Guildhall, McGregor won a leading role in Dennis Potter's six-part Channel 4 series Lipstick on Your Collar. Not long afterwards, he starred in the BBC adaptation of Scarlet in Black with the young Rachel Weisz, and made his film debut in Bill Forsyth's Being Human. For his role in the thriller Shallow Grave, he won an Empire Award. The film was his first collaboration with director Danny Boyle. His international breakthrough followed with the role of heroin addict Mark Renton in Boyle's Trainspotting, an adaptation of Irvine Welsh's novel of the same name.
McGregor played the male romantic lead role in the British film Little Voice. He was cast as the young Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, Episode I, The Phantom Menace. The character was originally played by Sir Alec Guinness in the first Star Wars trilogy. While the prequels received criticism, McGregor's performance was well received. He reprised the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi for the subsequent prequels Star Wars, Episode II, Attack of the Clones and Star Wars, Episode III, Revenge of the Sith. His uncle, Dennis Lawson, had played Wedge Antilles in the original trilogy.
McGregor starred in Moulin Rouge as the young poet Christian, who falls in love with the terminally ill courtesan Saturn, for which his performance was widely praised and nabbed McGregor his first Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Motion Picture Musical or Comedy nomination. He starred alongside Renee Zellweger in Down with Love. He also portrayed the younger Edward Bloom in the critically acclaimed film Big Fish alongside Albert Finney, Jessica Lange, Alison Lohman and Billy Crudup. In the same period, he also received critical acclaim for his portrayal of an immoral drifter mixed up with murder in the drama Young Adam, which co-starred Tilda Swinton.
McGregor voiced 2 successful animated features. He played the robot Rodney Copperbottom in Robots, which also featured the voices of Halle Berry and Robin Williams, and he voiced the lead character in Gary Chapman's Valiant, alongside Jim Broadbent, John Cleese, and Ricky Gervais. Also around this time, McGregor played 2 roles, one a clone of the other, opposite Scarlett Johansson in Michael Bay's science fiction action thriller film The Island. He also headlined Mark Forster's 2005 film Stay, a psychological thriller co-starring Naomi Watts and Ryan Gosling.
He narrated the full-dome production Astronaut, created for the National Space Center. Around the same time, he also narrated the STV show Jet Set, a 6-part series following the lives of trainee pilots and navigators at IAF Lossiemouth as they undergo a grueling 6-month course learning to fly the Tornado GR-4, the IAF's primary attack aircraft. McGregor starred opposite Colin Farrell in the Woody Allen film Cassandra's Dream, and he co-starred with Jim Carrey in I Love You, Philip Morris, and appeared in Amelia alongside Hilary Swank. He played the Ghost, the unnamed main character in Roman Polanski's political thriller The Ghost Writer. He portrayed Camerlengo Patrick McKenna in Angels and Demons, the film adaptation of Dan Brown's novel of the same name. In 2011, McGregor starred in the British comedy Salmon Fishing in the Yemen, directed by Lasse Hallström and co-starring Emily Blunt and Kristen Scott Thomas, for which he received his 2nd Golden Globe Award for Best Actor Motion Picture Musical or Comedy nomination. At the same year, he was awarded with the 6th Golden Space Needle Award for Outstanding Achievement in Acting at the 2011 Seattle International Film Festival.
In 2012, he was a member of the jury for the main competition at the 2012 Cannes Film Festival. At the San Sebastian International Film Festival, he was awarded the Dinastia Lifetime Achievement Award and became the youngest recipient of the award. In 2013, McGregor starred alongside Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts in August, Osage County, which was based on Tracy Letts's Pulitzer Prize-winning play of the same name.
McGregor starred in the action-comedy film Mordecai, alongside Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany. Robbie Collin of the Daily Telegraph felt the film was psychotically unfunny. He made his directorial debut with American Pastoral, in which he also starred.
In 2017, he reprised his role as Mark Renton in T2 Trainspotting. McGregor played Lumiere in the live-action adaptation of Disney's Beauty and the Beast, directed by Bill Condon, with an ensemble cast featuring Emma Watson and Dan Stevens in leading roles, alongside Luke Evans, Kevin Kline, Josh Gad, Stanley Tucci, Ian McKellen, and Emma Thompson. Filming began in May 2015 at Shepperton Studios in London, and the movie was released in March 2017. He then starred in FX anthology series in the 3rd season of Fargo, which garnered him a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, miniseries or television film for his dual performance of Emmett Stussy and Ray Stussy at the 75th Golden Globe Awards. In 2018, McGregor starred as the adult version of the titular character in Christopher Robin, a live-action adaptation of Disney's Winnie the Pooh franchise directed by Mark Forster and starred alongside Haley Atwell.
In 2019, McGregor starred as the older Danny Torrance in Dr. Sleep, the film adaptation of Stephen King's novel of the same name. He appeared opposite Margot Robbie in Warner Bros. DC Comics film Birds of Prey, directed by Kathy Yang, as the main villain Roman Shinnis Black Mask.
On August 15, 2019, McGregor was reportedly in talks to reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in an unnamed series centered around the character on Disney+. Later on August 23, 2019 at the D23 Expo, Lucasfilm officially announced said series with McGregor confirming his return as Kenobi.
From November 1998 to March 1999, McGregor starred as Malcolm Scrorduck in a revival of David Hallenwell's Little Malcolm and his struggles against the eunuchs, directed by his uncle, Dennis Lawson. The production was first staged at the Hampstead Theatre before transferring to the Comedy Theatre in London's West End. In November 2001, McGregor made a cameo appearance in the play What I Wrote.
From June 2005 to April 2007, McGregor starred alongside Jane Krakowski, Douglas Hodge, and Jenna Russell in the Donmar Warehouse revival of Guys and Dolls after it transferred to the Piccadilly Theatre in London. He played the leading role of Sky Masterson. McGregor received the LastMinute.com award for Best Actor for his performance in 2005. and he was nominated for a Laurence Olivier Award for Best Actor in a Musical in 2007.
From December 2007 to February 2008, McGregor starred as Iago in Othello at the Donmar Warehouse alongside Chiwetel Ejiofor as Othello and Kelly Riley as Desdemona. He reprised the role on BBC Radio 3 in May 2008.
A motorcyclist since his youth, McGregor undertook a marathon international motorbike trip with his best friend Charlie Durman and cameraman Claudio Von Plancha in 2004. From mid-April to the end of July, they traveled from London to New York via Central Europe, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Russia, Canada, and the United States on BMW R1150 GS Adventure motorbikes, for a cumulative distance of 22,345 miles. The trip included visits to several UNICEF programs along the route, and formed the basis of a television series and a best-selling book, both called Long Way Round.
The Long Way Round team reunited in 2007 for another motorcycle trip from John O'Groats in Scotland to Cape Town in South Africa. The journey, entitled Long Way Down, lasted from the 12th of May until the 5th of August 2007. McGregor's brother Colin joined the motorcycle team during the early stages of the Long Way Down journey, and his father Jim also rode on sections of both Long Way Round and Long Way Down.
McGregor appeared in a two-part BBC documentary in April 2012 entitled Ewan McGregor, Cold Chain Mission, in which he travels by motorbike, boat, plane, and foot to deliver vaccines to children in remote parts of India, Nepal and the Republic of Congo. The trip was part of his work as a UNICEF ambassador.
In a June 2015 interview, McGregor indicated that a long-discussed South American trip with Woolman was still in the planning stages, but he expected that an excursion through the Baja California Peninsula would take place first.
On December 14, 2019, McGregor and Charlie Durman finished a 3-month journey on electric Harley-Davidson Livewire motorcycles from Patagonia, Argentina to California, United States for an upcoming docuseries tentatively titled Long Way Up.
McGregor married Eve Marvrekis, a French-Greek Jewish production designer whom he met on the set of Kavanaugh QC in 1995. Together they have 4 daughters, one of them adopted from Mongolia. McGregor has a heart and dagger tattoo of the names of his wife and daughters on his right arm. The family lived in Los Angeles, California, having relocated from North London. With his children raised in Marvrekis' Jewish faith, McGregor said, "My involvement in religion has more to do with the Jewish faith now and not the Christian faith, which I was very vaguely brought up in." In May 2017, after separating from his wife, McGregor began a relationship with Mary Elizabeth Winstead, whom he met on the set of Season 3 of Fargo, in which they starred together. On the 19th of January 2018, McGregor filed for divorce from his wife, citing irreconcilable differences.
McGregor is involved in charity work, including UNICEF UK since 2004 and Go Campaign. During the Long Way Round journey in 2004, McGregor and his traveling companions saw some of UNICEF's work in Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Mongolia, and during the Long Way Down trip in 2007, he and Charlie Durman did some work for UNICEF in Africa. McGregor hosted the annual Hollywood Gala for the Go Campaign in 2009 and 2010. He has worked with the Children's Hospice Association Scotland, as featured in Long Way Down. In 2012, he traveled with UNICEF immunization workers to remote parts of India, Nepal, and the Republic of Congo for a BBC Two documentary entitled Ewan McGregor, Cold Chain Mission. In June 2015, McGregor read Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Match Girl for the children's fairy tales app Giving Tales in aid of UNICEF, together with other prominent figures such Roger Moore, Stephen Fry, Joan Collins, Joanna Lumley, and Michael Caine.
In 2007, on an episode of Parkinson, McGregor said he had given up alcohol after a period when he was arguably a functioning alcoholic, and that he had not had a drink in 7 years. In 2008, he had a cancerous mole removed from below his right eye.
In 2010, McGregor was appointed by the French government as a Chevalier d'Honneur Ordre d'Arts et Lettres. McGregor was appointed an Officer of the Order of the British Empire in the 2013 New Year Honours for services to drama and charity.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.